works. It's just I couldn't bring myself to install it. It just made me feel lazy, kind of. So I'm sure at some point, if the squad doesn't implement some kind of mech jump system, I might install it and give it a whirl and see what it's like. But I find the game far more enjoyable, and I get a way greater kick out of being able to actually control these things myself. I find it a little bit more satisfying. Alright, so we're going to go into the orbit map here, see how I'm doing. Okay, so there's the apogee. Alright, so this is a fuel tank in orbit, so we're going to try to get this into a similar orbit with this fuel tank here, because I'm going to rendezvous with it, and we'll do that in the next video. But this we're going to rendezvous with, refuel, and then there's a couple extra fuel tanks and boosters I'm going to have to bring up, rendezvous with that, and build the ship. This ship is modular. I might be able to get to Duna and back as is. It's hard to say. It'd be close. I don't think I'd be able to do it because of all the weight I'm pushing with that lander. That lander is very large. That's okay, we'll jettison them now. A little extra baggage, no worries. Oh, that's not good. Well, we had a little technical malfunction here. This section of the vehicle has actually separated. It's fractured. The struts have broken, as you can see, and I no longer have control. This engine is just stuck on. It's no longer connected to the rest of the vehicle, and now I'm in a very bad situation. Well, that's bad. That's not exactly what happened. Oh. Well, that was a catastrophic failure. And it's fractured in a spot that is completely on. If it was fractured down here, I would just jettison this and keep going. However, I need this lower section. Alright. Well, yeah, it's not even salvageable. I'm trying to think of a way I can salvage this. It's not going to happen. This is what the orbit looks like. Yeah, it's not going to happen. I could, if I had enough time, I could, in theory, jettison this portion because it no longer actually has. See, there we go. It's all gone. This fuel tank no longer has engines, so I could, in theory. Alright, let's turn on the RCS. Stop this spin. I could jettison it. And we'll see if I can do that. Let's get rid of it. There we go. Alright. Well, there goes that. So, in theory, like, I still have everything I need to get there. I mean, I have the module, the command module, and I still have the lander, and it is intact. There's no damage. The rover looks like it's still there. Yeah, the rover's still there. So if I could get this into orbit, I could actually just bring some of those fuel tank modules I was talking about earlier and attach them to these points here, and then just have it travel backwards. The problem is, what I need to do is decouple the module, the command module from the lander here. Then they have to rendezvous with each other, because these are the only viable engines I have right now, which is unfortunate. I suppose I could use these engines from the lander itself, but it's going to mess up all the stages. You know what, it'll just be easier for me to try this again. So we're going to try this again. And I'm going to have to do the whole damn video again. But such is KSP. You'll find out that failure is half the fun in this game. So I'll post this anyway. Finally, that spin is just about done here. We'll see what happens. Alright, so... Alrighty, well... I guess we can just jettison all these parts and save our Kerbals. Alright. So how much? I'm not even at the apogee yet. I could try to rendezvous. Alright. Well... Alright, why not? I'll give it a shot. And nothing to lose, right? Alright, so... we'll try to rendezvous with the capsule here. The lander. Just for fun. I'll probably start this over again anyway. I thought I had reinforced that enough. I have had it break in that spot before. Well, not here, but down here where the orange fuel tank was. I thought I had gotten rid of that issue. I've had probably 3 successful launches with this vehicle since that problem, but obviously it's still a little twitchy. So I'm not going to modify anything. It might have just been a bad launch. It happens from time to time. So rocket science is not an exact science apparently. So it also helps if I'm actually in the right mode. I'm in rotational mode here. Alright, let's switch this to chase. Just makes it easier. There we go. Alrighty. Okay, so if you select the actual vehicle that you want to rendezvous with as your target, you'll kind of get a localized, like right here, this is your velocity, as compared to your focal point. So before, Kerbal was the focal point, so this was something like 1,000 meters per second or something like that, because in relation to Kerbal, the planet, that's what the velocity is. So right now, because I have this selected as the target, it's only showing me 0.3 meters per second because that's my velocity in relation to this focal point. And I'm going to have to hustle a little bit because I'm going to be losing this orbit very shortly. Okay. So if you fiddle around with your RCS thrusters, you can kind of get this right on target. It's actually pretty easy once you kind of get the hang of it and understand what you're working with. This round pink circle is my target. So if I use the thrusters, the left, right, up, down thrusters, I can get this icon here right on that puppy. So as you can see, I was like bang on. It took very little effort at all. I didn't have to fiddle with it too much. All you need is to get your direction of travel icon right on your target icon, and you're pretty much golden. You just gotta make sure your velocity is not too high. So right now it's just kind of filling around a little bit. It's essentially in the process of docking. It's a little bit twitchy if you're on an angle, so I'm just gonna back off a little bit. It's basically magnetic docking. There we go. It'll be done in just a second here. Alright, a little more. There we go. Boom, we are docked. Okay. And I am losing orbit now. I'm gaining speed, so I'm going to have to hustle. Alright, so we're going to go out of staging back, or out of docking back into staging. Turn RCS off. That's not what I wanted. Damn it. See, I totally buggered it up now. I'd have to manually, I just turned, see the next stage was technically supposed to be the actual lander itself, so I just activated the lander engines. But, whatever. It's not. We're well on our way back. It's a valiant effort. We'll give it another try here. Alright, so we'll decouple this. There we go. All I did there was switch vehicles really quick to get rid of all these extra stages. So these are just the stages pertinent to this portion. Alright, so that's what I want to do. We'll close that up. Alright, well, that worked well. Alright, so, ladies and gentlemen, I screwed up, or at least the vehicle screwed up, but it happens. I didn't expect it to happen. I thought I had fixed that issue, but apparently it's still a little twitchy. No worries. All is good. We saved Jebediah and his two cronies, so we'll just give that another shot. Unfortunately, it's going to cost the Kerbal taxpayers, what, I don't know, $3 billion? Or Kerbalians, whatever the monetary system is that the Kerbals use. Got me. Sure, it starts with Kerbal.